Hey, I'm in my kitchen and I am excited to show you a recipe that I've been wanting to try for a while, baked orzo. It's a great little recipe that I think is going to be a really good one. It can be a vegetarian recipe, but I'm not making it vegetarian for me and my family, partly because I don't have veggie broth, and I'm going to actually grill some or air fry some chicken to go along with it. So it doesn't really make sense for me to make it as a vegetable option, but you absolutely can. And when you see the recipe, you'll see how you can make that your own and make it a veggie option. So I'm going to be using my deluxe oven and air fryer. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I'm going to be able to put in two different things at two different times, and they're going to sync to come and be finished at the same time, which I love. That is my favorite feature. So I'm using the square baking pan and the square baking dish. These are two things that I have used quite a bit in my kitchen recently. And like I said, I like being able to put things in at different times and different temperatures and having them all come out at the same time and be finished. So this is a great protein recipe too. It's got a lot of really good things in it, like these chickpeas. And the reason why I'm putting half of the chickpeas away is because I'm making half of this recipe. So this calls for a full can of chickpeas, a full can of tomatoes, 2 cups of rice, and 2 cups of broth. But it also makes 6 servings. And for my 2-person family, that's a lot of food. So I'm just gonna break this recipe in half, and I've already got plans for my chickpeas. I'm gonna actually air fry those at a later time with a little bit of chili lime rub, and those are gonna be a great little snack for us to have. So I've got some tomatoes. The recipe calls for fire roasted tomatoes, but if you've ever seen any of my videos, I go with what I have because I keep a lot of stuff on hand. And so I just have regular canned tomatoes. I'm gonna pour a little bit more of that juice. I'll find use for this in the next couple of days. These are great that I found in tacos. I love to put diced tomatoes in my tacos when I cook them. We have turkey tacos usually, and that just gives it a good flavor. So I've got diced tomatoes in there. I'm gonna put in my veggie broth. Now I use this is actually chicken stock. I use a chicken stock concentrate. So I want to go in with a scraper and get all that good stuff out of the bottom too, because that's the broth itself. Kind of mix that around. And then I've got my cup of orzo. Orzo, if you know, is it's usually in a Mediterranean dish, so it's just a short pasta. Short meaning just small, right? Then I'm gonna put my chickpeas in. Then I'm gonna add in some peppers and onions. For my peppers, I had those little sweet like lunchbox peppers. So I just took like 4 or 5 of those out and cut those up. I put them in a little bit of garlic canola oil. So that's gonna give it a little extra boost of flavor too, which I like. And just kind of did those on the stove. I'm just gonna give this a good mix. I mean, this is really the recipe, y'all. This is super simple. This is gonna bake in the deluxe air fryer and oven. So let me show you that real quick. So I'm gonna turn my guy on, and I'm gonna hit my sync finish button, and then I'm going to set the bottom to air fry for 20 minutes, and that's for my chicken. And then I'm gonna set the top to bake for 400. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. For 15 minutes. Actually, I'm gonna do 17 minutes. And I know that that's not a big time spread, and I could actually cook my chicken at 350 or 375, but I like that 400 number. But what's nice is that once I put the food in, they're going to finish at the same time. So I'm not gonna have to watch the clock and worry about when or how the food is finishing. It is literally gonna finish at the same time with 2 different recipes. So I love that option. I'm just tearing a bunch of spinach and adding that into my orzo. I'll give this a good stir too. But this is a great recipe. It's got peppers, which are really good for you. Peppers actually have more vitamin C than an orange, which I didn't realize, but they do. And I love peppers. We eat a lot of peppers in my house. And then the last little thing that I'm going to add is Greek seasoning. You need about a tablespoon with this, and the caps of our seasoning bottles are a tablespoon. How helpful is that? So I'm just going to give this all a really good stir. Yum. I can put a little bit of salt and pepper, but I really think the Greek seasoning gives it a lot of flavor, so I don't really need to add any salt or pepper into this. I could do red pepper flakes, but right now I'm trying to do a little bit less heat, and so I'm not going to add those for me. My husband may add them later when he goes to eat it. But isn't that pretty? And so that's going to bake while I take my chicken and put my chicken on the pan. And this is the thing that I like about this chicken too. So this is just regular chicken from Costco. And what I did was I put a little bit of that garlic oil in the bottom of our reusable silicone bags. This one's really good if you're ever sous videing. So if I wanted to sous vide this, I could just throw this into my sous vide pot. But because I want to grill it, I'm just taking this out. And all I did was that garlic oil and some Greek seasoning. So I'm just going to lay this on top of my pan. That piece didn't come apart real well. But see how good? Oh, yum. The marinade salt smells really, really good, y'all. So super simple, super easy, done. So I'll add this to the top. I'll add this to the bottom, and I'll add the baked orzo to the top, and in about 20 minutes, we'll have dinner. So if you want the recipe for either the Greek chicken, like I said, it's just the canola, the garlic infused canola oil, and our Greek seasoning, or if you want the baked orzo recipe, just reach out to me in the comments and I will get it to you. Bye for now.